Okay guys, I hope you're excited. This is going to be the last lecture that's going to cover the back-end information of the website. So starting next lecture, we're going to cover creating the actual website, so the fun stuff, okay? So underneath the commerce section, there's a couple of options. I'll go through them and then we're done. Okay, I like to get this boring stuff out of the way first when I do a website, just because otherwise I know I'll procrastinate it and it won't get done on time. Okay, so first we'll go into payments. Okay, in payments we have options for two different methods. We have Stripe and PayPal. For Stripe, all you do is click Connect Stripe and it'll take you to a link where you can sign up. So I'll make this a little bit bigger so you can see the full form. So you can sign in, and if you don't have an account, you just click on Sign Up. So once you hit Sign Up, it'll take you to a form so you can create an account, and then you can go ahead and fill out your information and take it from there. For PayPal, right now for me it says in beta, but for you, depending on when you view the course, it might not. So PayPal is actually that just came out today actually. So like Squarespace didn't have an option for you to actually use that until now. So what you can do is you can enter your email address. So for example, if I enter my business one and then enter the code, so you won't be asked for a code. I am, because I've tried to sign in a couple of times now. So if you click on next, it'll take you to create an account. Now that's because right now this email address isn't part of a business account. So if you have a PayPal address with a business account, for example, if I enter my actual PayPal, so go here and then go, there we go, and then I go ahead and go next. It'll ask me to sign in since it actually sees that that is an account. Okay, so that's how you get that set up. And you can also change your store currency here from USD to a different currency. So next up is checkout, and from here you can connect your MailChimp account if you want to collect people's email addresses. So in the future, if you have a sale on your website, you can send them a newsletter. Then we have the default country. So if you only sell to people in the United States, for example, it would make sense to set the default country to United States. So it saves them one less field that they have to fill in. Then we have the shipping and billing address. So you can automatically set the shipping address to be the same as the billing address. Now, if the customer wants to enter two different addresses, they can just check off a radio button and then they have the option to do that. And then after that, we have express checkout. So what that is let's say you only have one product on your website. It doesn't really make sense for the customer to add that to a cart and then click on the checkout button. So what this does is it replaces the add to cart button with the purchase button. So as soon as they click purchase, it automatically goes to checkout. Okay, so next up is shopping cart style. Here we have the option of changing the color scheme of the checkout page to light instead of dark. So right now our website is a white background with black text, and the checkout page will look similar. So let's say you change this background to black. You want the text to actually be white instead, and all the other colors to be light colored as well. And that's what this button is for. And now the next order number actually it's pretty basic. It's what number appears on your invoice for the very next order that a customer places. So you can start it at 1, but let's say you've been doing business for a while without your Squarespace website and you've already made 100 orders. You can actually start it at 101 so that you don't get confused between the invoices. And then we have additional fields. So from here you can collect extra information from the customer on checkout. So phone number is collected with shipping and billing address. I personally don't need a phone number for my business, so I'll turn that off. And then you can also have a checkout page custom form. So let's say you do something like sell personal training online. You can collect somebody's starting weight, their ending weight, the exercises they like to do and what they don't like to do, all without having to email them personally. So you go to additional information, so that would be the name of the form. And then you could add an extra field, and we can make that maybe a checkbox. And then we can call it, what exercises do you like? And then I'll show you how to edit forms later on as well. But basically it's one checkbox per line. So squats and then deadlifts. And I spelled that wrong. So deadlifts. Okay, and this is what it would show up like on the form itself. And I don't really need additional information. So it would look something like that. Now I won't actually use this for my website because I don't really need it. So I'll click discard and I won't actually use the form. But I mean, you're free to use it and you can see what kind of like powerful features that adds to your checkout. So that was everything for additional fields. Now we'll go to checkout page store policies. So in store policies, we have 3 different boxes we can fill in: the return policy, the terms of service, and the privacy policy. So for example, some things you could put in here is no return after 7 days. Please don't share this product with anybody else. If it's like a digital product, like an ebook that they have to download, privacy policy, something like we don't sell your email address to other third parties, that kind of stuff. Now you can actually Google for privacy policies and use like a template that you can kind of work out to work for your business. Or you can have your lawyer do it for you. That would probably be the smarter thing to do. And then finally we have invoices. So under invoices, we can basically change how a tax appears on the invoice. Okay, so just have a look at this as well. Okay, so we'll head on back, and then from commerce, now we'll go to notifications. So now anytime somebody orders something from your website, they automatically get an email. Now, if they try to reply to that email, you probably won't get it just because it's automatically set to no reply at squarespace.info. So again, you can change this if you would like, so that if somebody has a question about their order, they can just hit reply from the order page. And then we have the from email address. So anytime a customer gets an email, this is what will show under from. I would actually recommend leaving it as it is, unless you have your own personal domain like abgtech.ca and you have the email address info. Just because if you use something like Gmail or Hotmail, it's 9 times out of 10 it will be marked as spam, and then they won't even get it, or it'll go straight to their spam or junk email. So again, just leave it as it is. Now you can automatically get emails if your items fall below a certain stock level. So let's say you always have 10 stocked and suddenly it goes down to 2 because somebody ordered 8. Then you'll automatically get an email saying, hey, you're running low on this item. Do you have more? And then we have customized email. So here you can actually change how the email will look when it's being sent. So for order confirmed, so once you confirm an order, what the email will look like. So you can change this, and this is a convention that Squarespace uses for order number and what product it is, all that kind of stuff. So we'll go back, and then you can also customize the order fulfilled and the order refunded, and also the header and footer that shows up on the email. So in the header, you can put something like, thank you for your order. So thank you for order. And that way that's automatically added to every email relating to orders. So then we can save that. And then again, this is a footer, and you can send a test email just to see what it would look like. So that was for the header and footer. So we'll go on back since we've covered this. And then shipping. So here's pretty basic. You can add different shipping options. So flat rate or depending on weight. So flat rate of, let's say it's called next day shipping. And then we can put like a base fee. So let's say all the shipping is going to cost $10 and then $2 per every item that they order. And we can set that to just a specific country. So right now it's anywhere in Canada gets that shipping. And then we can add another one for a different country. So maybe to the United States, it'll be $20. So next day shipping again, and it'll be $20 and then $10 per item. And that's for the US. So we'll close out Canada and we will add United States. So United States. Okay. And let's say that's the only 2 places we ship. So we'll hit back, and then now that's set up. Next up is taxes. So here you can actually set up a specific tax rate. So for example, add country, let's say Canada, and we'll use Ontario. So HST would be 13%. And you can charge the actual tax on shipping and services as well instead of just products. Because again, your products can be something you ship out or a service like personal training. So you can charge it on both. And then we'll save and we'll go back. And then finally we have donations. So if your website is for like a church and you're collecting money as a donation, something like that, you can send a message anytime somebody actually donates to your website. And you can change what the message says, what the title of the email is. And then you can also send a test email just to see what it'll look like. Okay, so we've covered everything there, and we've covered everything under commerce now. So if we'll go back, and now everything under settings is done. So starting at the next lecture, we'll be starting with creating an actual website. So I hope you guys are excited for that.